Doom 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 doom. Greatness, greatness. Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by my esteemed colleague, your favorite person who will chime in with his AEW thoughts, the one, the only, Derek. What is going on, D?
Cooling, Brody. Cooling.
We got another episode of Dynamite tonight. We're still in this weird transition period of what's going on with everything behind the scenes. Who are going to be the champions going forward? What are we going to do? Lots to be thought about, talked about, and business to be had done tonight. So make sure you keep it locked in with us. And we're going to start off with the intro. We're going to get right into this. Let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
Yes. We got another all right Dynamite tonight, Derek. I mean, before we get into all this stuff, I kind of wanted to give a shout out to the chat and talk about some things. I'm gonna need you to be on your best behavior though. Positively E's in the house. My man E said, Yep. What's good, E? Thank you for being in here with us. Appreciate you rocking with us. Matt Lopez also saying, good evening, all. BJ in the house. If you guys aren't listening to the audio versions, BJ gave you some exclusive audio wrapping up all the news. LBJ was in the house. I don't know if he's going to have something for you guys this Friday again. We'll be in the talks, but definitely, if you're not listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen, you can find me on Pandora even. Everything Pro Wrestling is there. So make sure you guys type in the name, give us a freaking nice 5-star review. It helps the brand. So make sure you guys are putting that love out there. We greatly appreciate it. And shout out to Rob in the chat, modding it up. Rob hooked us up with a nice dinner tonight. Delish. Got the bellies full. Feeling right. Matt Lopez says he's going to Grand Slam next week. Nice. I think you got a good show in front of you. Nice show. E said no trouble tonight, Derek. That's not the answer we were looking for. No trouble, right? I find it ridiculous that you just can't even just for one night just stay out of trouble, bro. That's it.
I got no promise.
So Derek, listen, we went to Dynamite last week. So apologies to everybody who's like, yeah, where's the episode? What was going on? Blah blah blah. Well, we were at Dynamite in Buffalo. It was a weird occasion though, bro. We've talked about this.
Yes.
We didn't have like a show that felt right off All Out.
Right.
It was the All Out Fallout type of show. And the All Out Fallout was really the brawl backstage that occurred with CM Punk, members of the Elite. Yeah. Suspensions were handed out. Ace Steel's throwing chairs and biting people. Like, what? He was just going in, bro. I don't know what's about to happen. That's the Titus O'Neil now. So what do you think though, bro? Like of all of this stuff, I mean, is there one side to take? I mean, I've got my thoughts on it. I've shared it enough times. I break down each situation. So like looking at Punk, what do you do with CM Punk in the situation? The rumor is he threw the first punch.
Yeah, but I mean that's probably always going to be the rumor though.
Well,
because he's the one who's creating all the animosity.
I mean, you saw his media scrum, right?
I did.
He basically shit on the roster and everything around him.
He did.
But he kind of had a right to be pissed. Hangman Page started this, and all this is over Colt Cabana, who's not on TV, bro. He's not on TV.
Not at all.
I just don't get it. I don't know, man. The Magic 8 Ball says that the odds for another countout episode this Friday are in your favor. Thank you. Ace, what's going on? Ace saying what's good, brother? Glad to have you here. He pulled the boondocks with throwing that chair.
Oh, yeah.
Look at our boy, Jesus.
De Leon.
What's going on, Jesus? Deanna's in the house saying, oh, here we go. I wish I had the Keenan and Kel music I could play. Oh, here it goes. But all right, Derek. So we're looking at this. We're talking about this. So Punk goes through all of this. One side says the Bucks came charging in aggressively. The rumor is no longer that they super kicked down the door. They did the leg slaps. Har, har, har. Listen, man. I don't get this, bro. This is over Colt Cabana, dude. Like, he's not on TV. He wasn't on TV before Punk came.
Right, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Honestly, bro, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't take anything away from Punk. Punk is allowed to feel what he feels. At the end of the day, him and Colt don't have a relationship like they used to.
They were best friends. Like CM Punk, someone I've mentioned this. He doesn't come from like a big normal family background. So he's probably really tight with his friends or people who he thinks are his friends.
Yes.
And
he relies on that.
And no offense, bro. So listen, I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, like Derek, best friend, right? If you ever said something like that to me about something that was going on between me and him, I'm gonna want to rock you too. Like, bro, this has nothing to do with you.
Right.
And it's just a weird situation overall.
Right.
And
it is. It really is.
And here's the other weird thing. I think a lot of the stuff with the dirt sheets, wherever you guys get all your wrestling news from, there was a lot of stuff going on saying CM Punk did it. If CM Punk didn't do all of this, like got Colt moved, yada, 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 all the stuff that happens, where did this come from? He obviously thinks it's the Elite's camp. And if it was, that's messed up, bro, because you definitely, as he said, middled your baby face. I won't use the other term he did about stepping on male organs, but like, I don't know what you do with all this. And right now, we just found out the suspensions were lifted for people like Nakazawa. People were trying to break up the fight, allegedly.
And
Pat Buck,
they should have been.
No relation to the Young Bucks. But what do you think then, bro? Like, what do you do in this? You're Tony Khan. I feel bad for Tony Khan, but also Tony Khan's kind of got to put his foot down if he wants to be in the wrestling business and being taken seriously. Or he's got to put someone in charge who's going to do it.
At the end of the day, Tony Khan does have to. I think he has to put his foot down. Like, listen, y'all don't have to be friends. I don't care if you are. I don't care if you're not. But I have a business to run here, and I need you to get your shit together.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. But are you suspending people? All right, does someone deserve to be fired? The big thing is right now, I see more people saying Punk and Ace Steel should be fired.
Well, what are we firing people for?
Well, I mean, Derek, if you work at a company, I want you to go into work tomorrow and throw a punch. Well, what kind of establishment are you working at?
I'm just saying, bro. If I go into work and throw a punch, I get fired. Okay. No skin off their nose, right? They just replaced me.
Allegedly. You
go into a wrestling venue or situation, you throw a punch, you get fired. Okay, cool. I'm an independent contractor. I get hired by somebody else.
You could, but Punk doesn't have a lot of options.
True.
Remember, this company's going to get taken over by your stupid daughter and doofus son-in-law. Not my words. Not my words. It happened now. So he doesn't have a lot of places to go. There were rumors of the Young Bucks sending feelers out to WWE. We don't know if that's true. I'm sure that's going to happen anyway when their contract comes up because that's what Randy Orton did to get better money, better offer. Right. It's normal. It's okay to do that. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen with this. I think if anyone's falling on the sword, it's going to be Ace Steel. Yeah. I've said it. If someone's got to get fired, it's going to be him. Now, the Young Bucks, anywhere you go, bro, I couldn't see an executive vice president somewhere like being involved in a brawl with an employee. Like, they handled that all wrong.
Right. So if anything, if we talk about people getting fired, they would be the ones to get fired.
I don't know if they get fired because Punk was the aggressors. This is a mess. Either way, whatever side Tony Khan chooses, listen to me for business advice, folks. I promise you. Whatever side Tony Khan chooses in this, the other side has probably a reason to sue.
Yes.
He is screwed. He needs to get everyone on the same page, like you said, and say, yo, listen, we can make money off of this. When Punk comes back, imagine CM Punk and his crew versus the Elite. This could be money.
Yes.
Just saying. Shout out to Terrell. He said, Derek and Conrad, congratulations on Buffalo's AEW debut last week. I hope you both had fun there. It was a good show.
It was a good show.
Justice for Colt, Deanna wrote.
Start that.
She said, Punk is a victim. He didn't do it. Kidding. I mean, I think he still could have. He had a right to protect. Listen, if you run up on me 3-on-1, I live in a city. I know it's like burbs, but I know from being around people enough, bro. If you run up on me like that, we're fighting, bro.
Right.
Like, don't do that because that means you're trying to start something. So they handled that wrong, I think. Superstar Colt Cabana, aka number 8 in the Dark Order. How are we still on this? Rob says everyone involved was unprofessional. That said, someone effed around and found out. Young Ducks, quack, quack. Punk is a hypocrite. He said at the AW press he's tired of helping these kids. So you don't want to help wrestlers develop and grow. Yeah, CM fraud. Time out now. I'm going to say something else that other people were saying. Remember the whole CM Punk didn't help any young kids? I saw that online this week too. So he didn't have a match with Powerhouse Hobbs. He didn't give matches with Matt Sydal, some of the veterans in the game. Lee Moriarty. He gave a lot of people good matches. It's not that. I think Punk was tired of people talking crap, people not listening to the advice. He's old and frustrated. He is the old timer now. That's what it is.
But in the same token of breath, though,
he said, "Cut your peanuts off of your biggest baby face, Lord Regal or Joe for GM."
Lord Regal.
All Kenny wanted to do was save Larry and missed the chaos and got bit, and not by Larry. Tony needs to be a boss first. I think a lot of people are crapping on Tony, bro. I tried to mention this too on the podcast. Yo, people have different personality types. I probably lean more towards the Tony Khan type. Like, I don't want conflict. I don't want to deal with it. But when I do, I'm going to tackle it head on and just be like, yo, bro.
You got to chill.
You got to chill with this, man.
Chill.
All right, because if I got to make a choice, then it's going to depend on what I want, what motivates me. Don't make me make a choice.
Right.
Keep it simple. Fire Punk, please. Ace Bitta, man. I'd sooner fire Tony Khan allegedly. The hell with people being fired about what about jail time? Nah, I don't think anyone's going to jail over this. CM Punk needs to be fired. This is why I would have never had Punk won the first AEW match against Darby. I warned you all. Everyone involved is wrong. Ace, I think Ace has it best right now. I agree. It's money. The big money singles match is Punk Omega. Golden Lovers reunion. I would love to see that, Jesus. Selling the most merch. And here's why you can't fire Punk, bro. CM Punk segments are the number one segments. Derek, when we went,
yes.
Whose shirts were plastered all over everywhere?
All of CM Punk.
There wasn't
everywhere.
Bro, I'm telling you, this man makes a lot of money. Tony, you can fire him, but and there's not going to be sympathy from people when you're like, man, we didn't make enough money this year, blah, blah, blah. Then you'll all be crying, what happened to the second option? You can't have it both ways as wrestling fans.
No, but here's my thing, though. So when you look at the whole situation, people say that Punk didn't help the young guys. Theoretically, does he really have to?
I mean, it's a good trait to have.
It's a good trait to have. Yes, by all means, a great trait to have. But theoretically, does he have to?
Technically, no.
Okay.
But Hangman technically doesn't have to listen to the advice either.
He doesn't. So, but that goes hand in hand. If I come here to help you and you don't want to take my help, then I don't have to help you.
Right, but then you're wasting time too. But there's other people who want the help. That the locker room is split. I've heard, who's on whose side.
It's definitely split. But at the same time, people can't say Punk didn't want to help. He did help young people, upcoming starters, through this time that he's had so far through AEW. But realistically, he does not need to help. That's like me saying a new person comes in and my boss says, Derek, I need you to train them. No. I don't have to. There's nothing in my contract that says I have to help them.
But you would do it, right?
I would do it.
See?
But that's the kind of person I am.
I hear you. BJ said, gotta let Punk and Ace go, strip the Bucks and Omega of EVP status. I can see that being stripped no matter what at this point. But with, I don't know, man.
I agree.
I don't know about Punk, though. You're flushing money away. Listen, let me tell you this stat, too. This is crazy. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks in their trios matches since Kenny came back, they lost $200K. Shout out to WrestleNomics. I know I normally don't talk about ratings and all that stuff on here, but I think it plays a factor in when you're thinking like Tony Khan and what you're going to do. Kenny's losing viewers. I don't know how, why. I can't explain it to you. Maybe football came on. Maybe some other stupid show came on. Hip hop, Hollywood. My son's fighting somebody in the background that people think is real. You dog us for wrestling, but watch that trash.
Right.
But whatever. That doesn't matter. What are you going to do? What are you going to do in those situations? Just food for thought for everybody in the chat. You got a lot of great vets in the back who are wise and could work well in that EVP spot. I agree with that. Let Arn Anderson and those guys have that spot. Nah, the big money match will be The Rock versus Kenny Omega. That ain't happening. Dominic Guerrero, I'm Eddie's son. I appreciate that, Dom. Jim Ross was head of talent relations when they had real monsters on the roster. Yeah, JR too old to be doing that now, though. Punk was asking for a fight in the media scrum. He basically said, I'm going to walk the hallways. Wait a minute. That didn't mean fight, though. He could have meant come talk to me when he said, let's effing go. I mean, you could take that way, but I think you could take it as come talk to me is what he said. He said, if you have a problem with me, come see me.
Yeah, essentially, that's what it means. You know, come see me. That can mean more than one thing.
He said he's from Chicago. He wanted a fight. Come on now.
Fight could also mean an argument.
You never know. JR could move into an EVP role. Hell, even Mark Henry, I think, could rock some good vibes as an EVP. Suspension is enough. Fire Steel, though, jaw locking people is enough to be fired. His wife was in the room with a broken foot, though. Allegedly, his statement is he was trying to defend his wife. Kenny's grabbing a dog that's not his. And you know, people who love their dogs, they don't play touching their dogs.
They really
What
don't.
are you doing, dog? And you don't know what Kenny's intentions are if they came in there to fight with you.
Right. Kenny could have came in and like, oh, I'm going to take advantage because this dog is here. So I can.
And listen, you guys know I'm a CM Punk fan. Fandom aside, CM Punk should be suspended and fined instantly. I don't know how much, whatever Tony Khan thinks is enough, but that's it, man. Just go with a clean slate with a new team of EVP. Speaking of clean slate, Manscaped. BJ, excellent transition, my friend. Do you guys want to look like this? You guys can definitely go to manscaped.com and you guys can use our promo code EPW Show. Save 20% and get free delivery. The people at Manscaped love us. Get this promo code, put it to good use, share it with a friend, and you guys can be helping us out. I highly recommend the Lawnmower 4.0. Ball deodorant and ball toner are really good too. I like those for those special occasions, you know, wedding, you're gonna be stuck there. You might be going to a barbecue, got on them old ass dad jeans. You don't want the balls clacking together. So make sure you guys get that ball toner and ball deodorant. And if you guys like wrestling, powerslam.tv, promo code EPW Show. You get 1 month of independent wrestling on us. Take advantage if you guys want to do that as well. We're going to finish up these comments with this really quick here. Good job, BJ, for that transition. Your check will be in the mail. It's a messy situation altogether. Eddie's son, more like Rhea's sub. Derek and Conrad, what were your thoughts on Death Triangle winning the trios belt instead of the favorites Orange and Best Friends? Derek wanted it. Derek wanted Lucha. If you go back to the OG Dynamite reviews, Derek wanted the Lucha Bros to win the belts first.
Yeah, I did. I definitely did. If they were going to do trios titles, they should have won those titles first.
I like the Death Triangle though. They're a great group. I wasn't mad when they won.
I wasn't either, but I think if they're great as a trios, but I feel like true trios would have been the Best Friends.
Yeah,
because they came in that way.
They did. They feuded with them too, I think, in the beginning. They're like the OG trios.
They did.
Truthfully. They did go see who hit who first. I don't know. You think Kenny Omega not being ready to come back angle hurt him as a wrestler with the audience? I don't know if it hurt him sick. I think his appearance looked weird. Like when he came out in the compression shirt, I think people were like, "Yo, what the heck is this?"
Yeah.
And why are you doing it? Because even for weeks, I was wondering the same thing. But then he started shedding more of it because he wanted to show, look at the body now. Boom, I'm back. I'm in New Japan mode. I can do this. I'm ready to go. But I don't know if the people read it that same way. I don't know, Stick. If you have thoughts, put it in the chat. I'd like to hear it. Derek's favorite, Paul White could be EVP. When's the game coming out, Paul? When's the video game coming out? Y'all putting words in Punk's mouth to make him the bad guy. LOL. Listen, I put it from both sides. I think, and when I said Punk should be, so let me go through this one more time so people understand me. Not only would I suspend Punk and fine Punk, it's going for the EVPs too. I don't know if Kenny did anything, but he was there. And maybe Kenny should have stepped in and stopped the Bucks if that was the situation. I don't know why there was someone from legal in there. How did the legal person not stop this? You know what I mean? Like, this is lawsuits. What are you guys doing? I don't know what happened. All mayhem broke loose. CM Punk was on his Jodeci shit. Come and talk to me. I really want to meet you. Because he is the bad guy. Ace is Punk's hire if he's gone. Brandon Knack and all the Stooges got to go. They got all the backup, but nothing for Punk. That is true too. They hired all these people, the Elite. There's never going to be a way that you're like, you know what? I'm going to go against the Elite in this situation. If you're not like a FTR, and people who came from the outside, maybe people from Cody's camp, you're not going to do that. And it makes me wonder, bro, you guys know, the classic clip with your boy Derek, man. When Cody debuted in WWE, it made sense, bro. But now I'm starting to wonder, did he have a reason to leave now? Did he see this coming?
I think he did. I definitely think he saw this coming, and that was the reason why he was like, I'm out, deuces.
Right? And he mentioned it, though. They do have a lot of backup. Christopher Daniels is not going to turn on them. He gave them a job. What do you think of Punk possibly not being in the AEW game? Just a rumor for now, though. I don't think they can delete him out of that game unless they're waiting another year. If they wait, yeah. But if it's coming out this fall, it's a wrap, Rizzy, I think.
Yeah, no, it's too late. You can't.
If that's true, sick. If they were really mad at him, you wouldn't be putting them T-shirts up. Them T-shirts were plastered in Buffalo.
Yes,
they had them everywhere. If that's true, Terrell, why would you have the lie about what he said and meant at the scrum? Hey, Punk said it all in his own dang mouth. He said, "I'm tired of wrestling these kids." You would never hear that from Dustin Rhodes, Moxley, or Jericho. Spit that mess. Well, Mark Henry is EVP. I'm suspended too from AEW. Sorry, Chuckaroo. Derek needs a big show. The Triple H might hurt Kenny too. AEW all around, honestly, competition. AEW needs to stay around if you guys want WWE to continue improving. And MJF saw it all. And he's someone who has something to gain from this too. Yes. Get rid of Punk and Kenny. Yeah, put me on top. That, you know what I mean? That's what he wants in the end game. Keep Paul White off my television. It's Chucky. This is absolute mayhem. I really think Cody knew something was coming. You know who really saw this coming? Big Swole. She called this shit, bro. Big Swole was partly right. Big Swole heard her argument when she said there was no diversity in AEW. And I was like, yo, you reaching with that.
Yeah, there was more than enough diversity in AEW. So
we just had a tag title match with an official who was black. 2 black tag teams. Come on, dog. I mean, I know that wasn't before when she was there, but come on, dog. Like,
but still, even then when she was there was
you had diversity with a lot of people. You've had Thunder Rosa as the champ. You've had Nyla Rose as the women's champion. I'm trying to think. You have Scorpio Sky, TNT tag team champion. What are you referring to? Like, is something missing? I don't know. And I felt like Toni let them be themselves.
Honestly, bro, I think the whole diversity, in my opinion, the whole diversity thing was a cop-out.
Now, the mismanaged thing, I will agree with Big Swole about, though. There's management problems. That's why Toni's trying to fix it now. But that was there beforehand, and she was trying to tell them about that. Like, you got to fix this. So, Sick is right on that one. I just think that she is partial credit for it.
Yeah. I definitely agree that she's reaching.
Trios division is growing. I like it. And I don't know why we're mentioning Andy Barkley's mom in the chat because she got bit. Listen, let's get into this Dynamite. We got some goodness coming out of all of this. We're lacking on graphics tonight, folks, so don't be mad at me. Here we go. First matchup. We started off with Jon Moxley versus Sammy Guevara.
Spanish God.
Yes, Sammy was freaking out here chewing gum. Made Derek pretty mad. I don't know if you want to speak on this, bro, but
I can't stand when people chew gum like that. Like,
yeah, Sammy was going in. He cut a promo. That promo was weird. It was weird. He was just yelling, and I'm like, bro,
yeah,
I don't know. You got to put some bass behind that to make me scared. Sammy was talking his mess though. Mox delivered a great clothesline in the beginning, bro, out of the corner when he pulled himself up and knocked him out of his boots.
Knocked him out of his boots,
bro. He dropped that man.
That was a great clothesline.
It
Probably
was
best I've seen him doing.
Just shotgun right out that corner and popped him.
Probably the best I've seen in a long time coming from him.
Sammy sold it like $1 million. Sammy hit a great cutter. The man had a wedgie during it. Like everyone peeped that too in the household, like laughing, like, yo, is this dude got a mean wedgie? But in wrestling, they tell you don't adjust your attire and stuff. Just let it rock most of the time, you know?
Yeah.
As long as your pants aren't falling down, we're about to get a show. Keep going.
Keep moving.
So he hits the great cutter. Moxley hits a top rope German. Everyone's down. The ladies of JAS come out. Ty Mello and Anna J. Or is it Anna JAS? I don't know anymore what her name is.
I think it's Anna JAS.
Ty comes out. I don't know if she nipped him in his nuts when she kicked him, but it was kind of like it wasn't a full kick. And I was like, I hope that he was protected. She catches him. Down he goes. Roll up. 2 count. Eventually he's going for the GTH. Moxley reverses into the Death Rider. He gets the dub. Moxley's moving on. Wow, dang. By the way, if you were watching last week, you could definitely see us on camera during Jon Moxley's entrance. We were right in front of him. I wouldn't put my hands out for him, though, because he never slaps anybody's hand, and I never understand why people are out there like, John. And I'm like, dude, he's not going to slap your hand, bro.
Right, no. It's just not him.
Just not his thing, man. But Moxley's in the finals. Wonderful. Then they started yelling about that MJF is demanding a microphone backstage. Smart to keep the people hooked.
Yes.
Like, stay here. Do not turn the channel. Let me see here. Terrell says there was a strong diversity in AEW. Problem I had was when Toni's words towards Swole, that was low. She has Crohn's disease and going to say she sucks as a wrestler. Say what, Toni? I mean, but then Cray's gonna come in here. Big Swole was trash. Yeah, I said it. Cedric needs to help her. I mean, people have different opinions on Swole. Mox made Sammy look like a threat. Mox could have owned him in 5 minutes. Tokyo, what's good, bro? Keep Big Show, Omos, Braun Strowman, and Goldberg off my TV. Matt Lopez says this was a good opener, and Renee is gonna take Ty down for the nut shot.
Right.
I missed the first match. I was actually hoping we get Sammy versus Jericho. Rumors were Moxley and Jericho were supposed to go on vacation, and then the CM Punk mess. Yeah. So MJF comes out. He got a microphone. He demanded everyone shut their mouths. Disrespects the great city of Albany, our state capital. How could you? Come on, bro. What you got to say about Albany?
Nothing.
All right.
It's a quaint little city.
All right. I'll let it rock. So he basically runs down. He said he hasn't slept in 7 days since he crossed paths with Jon Moxley, claiming that Moxley's playing the character, and he runs down the city again. And then we get Stokely Hathaway. Stokely Hathaway is one of my favorite people on Twitter. This dude is money. I absolutely love what he does, bro.
He is great. He is great.
Freaking hilarious this dude is, man. I don't even know what to say, bro. Stokely comes out with the crew. He's got all of them with him. He tells Albany that even though it's not Sunday, he's about to give them gospel. And he says that W. Morrissey will do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. And that's why he brought him in. Lee Moriarty is going to bring back honor to the Pure Championship. So Lee Moriarty is going after the Ring of Honor title. I like that. A Ring of Honor Championship, excuse me. The Gun Club, a.k.a. Ass Boys, they are going to win the AEW Tag Team Championships, he's proclaiming. Don't want to live in the shadow of their broke-ass daddy. And Ethan Page wants to win the All-Atlantic Championship. And the faction got their name, Derek, The Firm. I like it. I like it. If you know what movie that's from, you're great.
Oh, yeah.
You're great.
Great movie.
So let me get back into some of the questions in here. But Derek, so out of all those people he mentioned, who do you see actually coming through with the championship stuff? I mean, you got Ethan Page, All-Atlantic Championship. He said the Gun Club tag titles. Lee Moriarty, Pure Championship. I mean, Big Cass is probably going to do whatever he wants anyway. So.
Right. If anything, I'd probably say the Gun Club.
You see them winning the tag titles?
Yes, because in my opinion, other people may not see it, and I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I feel like the Gun Club has a huge backing behind them. No matter what the situation is, I feel like they are on the come up, but I think they are close. And I think the best way to do that, to get them the titles, I don't know if I should foreshadow that right now, but
okay. Hey, listen, I like it. I think out of everyone, I can see Ethan Page definitely winning the All-Atlantic Championship. You got to give that guy something. He's been doing great, and he hasn't done anything wrong, but he went from a group to another group right now.
Right. And you know what? He does deserve the opportunity because he has done a lot. He has done a lot, and I think it is time for him to get his shot at least something.
Yeah, and chat definitely has my number 2 pick in here. Let me read what they're saying right now. Matt Lopez says, Mox is a pro. We canceled a 6-week vacation, stepping up for the company. Nice. 6 says, how high do you think the possibility of Kota Ibushi coming to AEW is? He's in America. No, he's not in America. Kenny's in Japan hanging out with him. So Kenny went back over there because he's doing the Tokyo Game Show. And hopefully we get some AEW Games news out of this. I'd like to have something to talk about as far as the game goes. But yeah, they're hanging out right now. And I think he was on Being the Elite a few weeks ago. I don't remember if he was, Kota. I can't think about it now. I saw everybody, and everybody was so sad. Bro, the CM Punk attacks came out for that too. You got Being the Elite canceled, you jerk. I was like, damn. I told you, bro. Next, they're going to be like, yo, pay for Moxley and Renee's vacation. You did this. He does owe the locker room an apology, though, I feel.
To a certain extent.
No, I think he owes them all a full one. He was supposed to be the champ, bro. You got to be better than that. You're representing the company. You get paid a lot of money.
He does, but he's on a main stage now to say what
Nah, you can't say what you imagine. Derek, I'm paying you $5 million. You gonna go out there and say whatever you want, bro. Yo, you got chill. We got sponsors. We got
but then you gotta say the same thing about the EVPs.
That's true. That's why I said everyone's in trouble, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he's in the right for saying what he had to say because the EVPs got away with saying a lot.
You know who was in the right for saying what they had to say? My man Stokely. Stokely said he was watching Living Single with House of Black. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. He crushed this promo.
He did.
Deanna said he talked too much in this promo, and it was too long. I didn't think so. I thought he did well, actually, when they gave him the time for it. I thought he did great.
I thought it was good.
Terrell says he hopes Ibushi comes to AEW. He would join the Pillars with Darby. Nah, I don't think he's joining any Pillars. Ibushi's 40. I don't know if people know that. Ibushi is towards the end, I think, more so. Ethan and Lee, that's what I was going to say in my top 2. I think that'll get gold. Ethan is the best bet. Derek thinks it's going to be them. Lee Moriarty, Pure Championship, 412. Give Ethan the title. I don't know if he could be a pillar, but it would definitely be a big boost from fans for a while. Yeah, I think he could definitely be like a TNT champion for them.
Yeah.
Should Finn Balor representing for the Ballas with the purple bandana screw Grove Street? Somebody said Grape Street. He was representing. Wait, he's 40? I thought he was in his late 20s or 30s. Damn, yeah, no, he's 40. He might even be 41 now. I don't know. But yeah, he had. I remember when it was his 40th birthday. They had mentioned it. He's been around for a minute, bro. Long time. Moving forward, Derek, we got an interview explaining the next match, showing why Jungle Boy had an open contract, who signs it, but ooh yeah, Jay Lethal, yeah. He comes out and Jungle Boy's back is tore up still from that Luchasaurus choke slam. Check out the All Out review if you haven't already. It's in the archives. I don't know here, bro. He had his back all tore up. Jungle Boy got the advantage early on. He got stopped by Satnam Singh. I thought this was a fine match. Lethal went for his cutter finisher, but Jungle Boy evaded. Jungle Boy hits a big lariat for a 2 count. Jungle Boy is able to get out of a roll-up, locks in his snare trap. Jay Lethal has to tap out. You know AEW's in shambles when I don't have the proper graphics up. Bro, even behind me, I was able to get this graphic fix, but I don't even have some of the right graphics for all this stuff. Like, yowza. I don't know what was going on tonight with this. So no graphic for Lethal in them. But what did you think of the match, Derek?
I thought it was a good match. It wasn't the match that I thought it would be, but it wasn't the match where I thought it couldn't be, because it again, I know I say this a lot, but it did its service.
Yeah, it did what it was supposed to do. Kept Jungle Boy strong. Terrell said, I'm 35 and people say I look 18, but black don't crack. Balor with the bandana looks like low-key in ROH in 2005. I don't know, man. I think Punk never addressed his grievances at the scrum, and we as fans would have never known the wiser. It all should have ended after the Adam Page promo, or at least handled privately backstage. I mean, rumor has it, though, Punk did try to squash it, and they never did. So then he said, you know what? You're not getting an apology now. I tried to squash. I don't know, bro. I don't know what's up with all this trash. Nah, it was best it happened. Punk has been exposed. All that violence was not necessary. I'm out of this. I'm done. I'm tapping out on this. Punk thinks he's Cena. No,
but that's the thing, though. That's the thing, bro. So here we go. This is how I feel. So we crucify CM Punk for saying the things that he said and the things that he did. But I rarely ever hear anybody crucify John Cena. Why is this? Is this because the man does the Make-A-Wish Foundation?
I mean, time out now. Hold on. That's different than all of this.
But is it, though?
It is.
Because he's done the same exact thing to people in WWE.
I mean, listen, it depends on how you look at it. Listen, I'm not saying any of these guys are saints, all right? I don't want this to take away from the people that we're trying to talk about here. Like Hobbs and all these guys came in to do their job. I get this whole Punk stuff and the Elite. I don't give a shit at this point. If you're going to suspend them, suspend them. If you're keeping them, keep them. If you're going to fire them, fire them. Do what you're going to do.
I say if you don't fire them, you suspend them. I say if you don't suspend them, you fire them. But in the same token of breath, you can't have that non-energy for John Cena, who basically did the same thing. Punk just spoke out about it. And shit happened. But John Cena did the same exact thing. And no one can say that he didn't.
Listen.
That's all I'm saying.
We got Action Bronson in the ring next with my man Hook. They got a promo. They cut a little promo of them working out in the ring.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was actually really good.
See? Oh, mark it down. Hold on. Mark it down. Derek said something was good with Hook.
He didn't wrestle, though,
So his match with Angelo Parker at All Out wasn't good.
I didn't see it.
This is that bullshit.
I didn't see it.
This is that bullshit.
Didn't see
it. Hold on. He said he can't be Cena. Cena's a better wrestler. LOL.
Stop it.
I just said that to get under CJ's skin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you will never, ever, ever hear me say that now. And listen, Punk's not even the best in the ring. I'm not even getting into this. Punk's not the best in the ring, but Punk is a great all-around performer. Grape Street. Whoa, what's going on here, man? Take it easy. As long as Tony Khan doesn't come here saying, here comes the money, and he has Shane O'Mac dancing on the rap saying he's bringing electricity to AEW, just waiting. Derek is still the undefeated player hating world champ. I only got one negative with Hook. How is he above Sheamus in the PWI? Bro, don't get me started on that PWI. I don't get it. Matt Lopez said Bryan over Punk. Depends
on how you look at it.
Yeah, Bryan says some wild stuff too that I think people it's what you just said. People sweep other people's shit under the rug sometimes. I'm like, yo, what is this?
That's what I'm saying.
But nobody pays attention because I think Bryan's just saying wild stuff for it. Cena did used to bury folks in promos. Not getting into it. Hook spoke more than one word, LOL. See?
4 words.
I think it was 5. I can't remember what he said now, his exact line.
Yeah.
Luigi Primo was backstage. My man, the pizza man. Yo, first, let me give a big shout out to the homies Virtual Basement. If you guys want to clip this, tag them in it. Shout out to the Virtual Basement crew working on the wrestling code. Luigi's going to be in that game. I can't wait to mess around with that. He better have all the pizza dough and all that stuff in there. He got dropped by Ethan Page. Damn, he just knocked him out. Danhausen shows up out of nowhere, somewhere creepy. Yes, Danhausen, whatever. So he comes out. I can't do the voice like Ricky Stark, but they end up doing that, and he challenges him to a match on Rampage. Cool, we got it. Matt Hardy's backstage. Matt Hardy seemed like a heel tonight. I don't know what was up with that. He was just like, Darby Allin, he wants to face him. Cool, I'm with it. Matt Hardy needed something to do. Darby Allin's there. Let's get things back on track. Powerhouse Hobbs then faced off against someone named Matt. We don't care because he got spine busted and spine on the pine. This review keeps on moving. 1, 2, 3. Squash match. Following the match, he asked for a microphone. Hobbs' teeth are bleeding. I don't know what happened in this. I don't know if he got caught with something or what. But
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know.
Maybe he scratched himself. I don't know, but his mouth was bleeding, and he just says, you know what? He's basically talking. He's the man. Here comes Ricky Starks walking down the stairs, looking like $1 million. Ricky hops over the rail, hops right into the ring. Nobody can stop him. Puts a beat down on him, hits him in the head with the microphone, gets that nice right in the head, and then Hobbs walks away, leaving, smiling. Interesting.
Yeah. You know, I haven't heard good Mike Pop in a long time. We haven't had one of those in a long time.
Right?
Just like
BJ said, wait a minute. Cena was drunk on WrestleMania. I don't even know what you're speaking of, good sir. I don't even know if I want to know. I bought the PWI this time. Going to be a juicy read and discussion piece. I tried to hide it. PWI 500 causing bigger fights than Punk versus the Elite. Ethan KO, Mario Luigi is going to be pissed.
Right.
Let me see here. You know who else got dropped? Packed by Orange Cassidy. Damn. Danhausen and Egan. Death Triangle cut a promo. Basically, my man Tupac talking about, now it's me against the world. Let me stop. I put that up on my story just because I thought it was funny of the Buffalo highlights. But Pac's got 2 titles. He said, yo, Lucha Bros, you deserve 2 titles. What does that set us up with? A match that was announced like 10 minutes before the show started. Lucha Bros versus Swerve in Our Glory for the tag titles. The winner will face the Acclaim next week at Arthur Ashe. We get to see the styles here, just different. Keith Lee just messing boys up with the power. I thought this was a good match. I had fun with this.
It was a good match.
Was this your match of the night now, looking back at it? Would you give it to this or?
I think so.
Dude,
I think so.
They did a lot of fun stuff in this. Dude, Rey Fenix hit a springboard Spanish fly. I don't know how this man does this, but he jumped up, hopped up, and then with Swerve, he did a Spanish fly off the top. Beautiful. How Penta hit a destroyer on Keith Lee? Bro. Mind-boggling.
Yes.
Did you feel any heel tendencies from Keith Lee tonight?
I did a little bit. Yeah, I think it was definitely growing. The heel tendency was definitely growing within Keith Lee because I think he sat back for so long, let Swerve do everything, and now I don't think he bought into it at that time, but now I think he is.
I want to see heel Keith Lee. I don't know why.
That would actually be really good,
right? Matt Lopez says this was a sick tag title match. Terrell said that Destroyer on Keith Lee, gosh dang it. It was amazing. It was really well done, I thought. Everybody went crazy. Keith Lee was able to hit the Big Bang Catastrophe for the win. GG. Pen Penta, it worked. The Acclaim come out, cut their promo. Everybody loves the Acclaim. They didn't do their silly rap or anything. They kind of like tore them down. And I forgot, Bowen said, like, we're going to beat your Drake and Josh looking ass after this. What?
Oh, man.
Yo, Bowens is hilarious.
Bowens is hilarious, yes. He definitely is. Perfect.
Yeah. Well done. So after this match, everybody's upset. The Lucha Bros are walking to the back. They're pissed off. They got the towels over their heads. They're just upset. Pac is stopped for an interview by Marvez, and he got knocked out by Orange Cassidy, who says he won't be double champ for long. I like it.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy did like a serious kind of thing tonight.
Right. And you could hear the seriousness in his voice, which was good because at times you need that from him when it's called for. And I believe this was the time to call for it.
Matt says now the bigger question is when are we getting Mega Man X as a playable character in Smash Bros? Good luck. I think he started bleeding early. Announcers mentioned it after the promo / fight. Yeah, I feel like they wanted to give the credit to Ricky for doing it, but that wasn't the case. But whatever. I know what happened beforehand. Now, Derek, this next match was changed up here. Toni Storm and Athena versus Serena Deeb and Dr. Britt Baker. DMD. I don't know. This was a different match. Athena hit a nice move in the beginning, dude. I don't know what it was, but she did like that flip with the person and double knees to the face. Athena, I thought, rocked it with some like different moves. She stood out tonight.
She did. It was different. It was different because you weren't expecting her to do all that, but she still kept the same energy that she had from start to finish, from the time that she came in all the way up until now, and then hitting that move. That was a big move for me. Yeah. I had never seen her do that before, so.
Yeah, Britt Baker is able to distract Athena so Serena Deeb could take full advantage. Solid match with the ladies. Rebel eventually gets up to distract Paul Turner. Paul Turner's looking, and this allowed a chair to be used as a weapon. Serena Deeb then pins the interim champ Toni Storm. So when she got that win last week on Rampage against Madison Rayne, we were there for it. I said they got to be building her up for something, and it appears it's going to be a big match with Toni Storm. It's there.
I'll take it.
It's there. And Serena Deeb's a great person to have in that role. I really want them to do more with her, but it's between her and someone else, I think, to maybe take that TBS championship. Yes. And it's Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter comes out and stops Britt Baker from using the chair after the match, but then she grabbed the chair and nailed Storm with it in the gut. But then yelled at Britt Baker after. I don't know what they're doing with this.
I want to say Jamie Hayter got payback, I guess, on Toni Storm.
Maybe.
But she still has her feelings towards.
I think the split's coming. I think it's time to go Splitsville.
I think it was time when Jamie held up the title.
Oh, you're going way back to the first time she.
Yeah. I think that dissension started way back then.
Matt Lopez says Athena is good. I'm happy she's in the women's title match next week. She's done a great job. Derek and Conrad, when do we get Britt versus Baker? Britt is Baker. What do you mean? Dynamite or Full Gear? I think he means, do you wait for the pay-per-view to do Britt and Jamie? Maybe that could be the big win. Then you can allow Jade to get some dubs, and then at Revolution, the big match is Hayter and Jade.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I could get down with that. Good suggestion, Terrell, on that one. Moving forward here. Rampage. Here's what we got. Samoa Joe versus Josh Woods for the ROH television title. Ethan Page versus Danhausen. Penelope Ford versus Willow Nightingale. Tony Khan. If I don't see that Willow Nightingale is all elite, I'm going to be Pissed, bro. Yeah, you hear the hands getting punched into the fist. I need it. I need my girl Willow to be signed. I don't care if it's Ring of Honor. I don't care if it's AEW. She should be on both. I'm a Willow Nightingale fan.
She's good. I think the first time she appeared was the first time I ever saw her, and I thought she was really good. Like, she was going in.
Yeah, Willow's really good. So I kind of want Willow to pick up the dub here.
I think she deserves it, honestly.
Matt Hardy versus Darby Allin. That should be a fun matchup on Friday for us.
Right.
Next week, for our review, we get to talk about the Grand Slam Tournament of Champions final. Jon Moxley versus the winner of tonight's main event. AEW tag titles, Swerve in Our Glory versus The Acclaim. We'll also get a four-way with Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb versus Athena versus Britt Baker for the Interim Women's Championship. And the All-Atlantic Championship, Pac versus Orange Cassidy. Let's go.
Yes. That's a good card, man.
That's a solid card. And we're going to be here to talk about it. So if you want, hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon, get notified when your boys go live. Hopefully we're not too annoying for you. We come out with videos two, 3 times a week. Help a brother out. Show us some love. Tell a friend about us. That's what we need. We need some more subs on this channel, baby.
Right.
I'm trying to hit that 2K. I see a lot of trash ass Twitter accounts that have a lot of followers. I'm talking about you, Brad Shepard. I know. I don't really care. I don't like mentioning that dude's name, but there ain't no way this dude got more followers than me, bro. Whatever. I hate that shit. Follow me at EPW Show on all the social medias, all right?
Right.
Everything Pro Wrestling on YouTube. Where are we? Next week, Rampage is where we're going to get Hook and Action Bronson versus Matt Menard and Angelo Parker. That should be a fun matchup. I want to see what Action Bronson can do. Maybe he's making that aioli.
Right.
That aioli in the kitchen. Let me see here. Deanna says, I love Willow. She's fun. I will agree with that 1,000%. Willow has an AEW shirt. Let's go. Where's the graphic, though, Matt?
Right.
So now that we are 75% way through the show, did this Dynamite feel kind of meh? Like one standout match, 50-50 on the non-wrestling segments. It wasn't bad, but a low for Dynamite. Me and Derek were talking about it, and the graphics not being there felt kind of
Yeah.
But I kind of agree, BJ. But I also understand why we don't have the best booking right now. They think that this tournament's going to cruise them on in. Right. Let's see what the ratings do tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what we can expect from this. Let's see here. Cray said, Willow might not want to sign. I see her better in WWE NXT. She might be a better fit down there. You never know. Could be. She's going to go where whoever's paying her. Nah, send her to Impact, the best women's division. Could go there too. I think Impact's going to want to start revamping it soon. Next week's looking good. I hope you have fun at the show, Matt.
Yeah, definitely.
Matt, if you hold up a sign, bro, if you're on TV, man, put up that Everything Pro Wrestling. Put us on TV for the first time. Big Apple, baby. Lloyd Banks style. Let me see here. BJ, hard to put on a good show when you have your roster suspended for putting on a shoot battle royal backstage. Or he said half of. People are laughing. Brad straight trash. See? You see what I'm saying, though, bro? Help me.
Right.
I'd rather be the bigger person in there. I'm not saying get me to the point to where I'm at the media scrums, but help a brother out. All right.
Right.
BJ said, I know they are in between big shows, but given the stuff that has gone on, they got to put on banger after banger, in my opinion. Like, we need some of that thriller level of series. Yeah. Let's see. I think next week's going to be a big pay-per-view show for them. I felt like Buffalo, they were like, okay, here's the reset. This week was kind of we got to just get through this. And then next week's like, all right, this is the big pay-per-view. And then we'll move forward towards Full Gear and see what we're going to do. Matt Lopez said, I do my best. I appreciate it. If you bring a sign, take a picture of it and I'll retweet it, bro. Speaking of signs, the troll in the front row with the CM Punk sign. Yeah, you know how some of those guys are.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the people with the video game signs. So I love those. $70 says if Action Bronson has a match, his finisher will be a body splash with the aioli sauce, though. Making that aioli. It's from a YouTube video. He's actually like a pretty good cook.
Right. Yeah. I've actually watched it a couple times. It is pretty good.
Good. Next week, making that aioli sauce for us for the Grand Slam. Be here at 6:50.
Got you, bro.
He's lying. I guarantee it. He came in at 8:02 tonight.
I was on time.
It's not on time.
That's on time,
there's no
bro.
Grace period here at Everything Pro Wrestling.
It's on time, bro.
I see. I'm gonna have to be dishing out some suspensions. What are we doing? Main event time. We got Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson here. Now, this is the Tournament of Champions, yada, yada, yada. This is a rematch from what we got at the last pay-per-view All Out. Danielson starts off the match like a house of fire. Dude, Jericho's side, bro. You and Brandon definitely noticed that, man.
Yeah, I want to say that's probably a torn pectoral muscle.
I don't think he tore his pec. I feel like he got kicked. I don't know. Did you guys notice that too in the match, that Jericho's like side here was real bruised up, and they were wondering if he tore his pec. I don't know. Cook. Bronson is a world-trained chef, good sir. My apologies. All I know is about the aioli, bro. That's all I know about. I saw him make that. I was like, yo, this dude he knows how to go to work. So my apology, Mr. Bronson. Chef, baby. Jericho's chest, holy crap. Jericho bruised up fast like a pec tear or something. Yeah, see, everyone might be agreeing with you, Derek. You might be right on that one. I thought it could have been from the kicks. I hope Jericho's not injured, though, for everyone's sake right now.
Right.
Especially for where we are. Regal on commentary says, if you have to fight your own team members, then so be it. He's rooting for Danielson to win. Shout out to Chris Jericho. He hit his old school springboard over the top rope onto the floor. Reminded me of Nitro. I want to put that revenge in, man. Put someone in the Lion's hammer.
Great. That's better than the walls of Jericho. I'm sorry.
100%, dude. Jericho hits a nice hurricanrana off the top. He goes for the Judas effect, but is caught by a German suplex for a near fall. Danielson was in his ROH bag tonight.
Right, he was.
Danielson then goes for cattle mutilation. Jericho fights out of it. He goes for a code breaker, but Danielson falls back into the corner and runs out and hits a running knee, or excuse me, I said code breaker. He hits the code breaker, stumbles back, runs right out, hits that running knee. Hopefully Kenta doesn't get mad. Caps lock over here. He's going to get real pissed. And he hits the running knee. Not enough to get the W yet. Afterwards, they have like this weird spot where they fall out to the floor. Danielson looked like he rolled his ankle. I actually like rolled mine, it felt like today, a little bit, slightly, and I'm pissed just because it hurts when I walk, and I'm like, this is so uncomfortable. It's just annoying.
Man, it's very uncomfortable, bro. Like having an ankle injury like that, like that's your livelihood, being able to walk.
It's just annoying. I hate foot injuries. When I used to play basketball, so I'm like, dude, this is the worst feeling.
It is.
Danielson is down on the floor. Jericho looks at it. He's like, yo, I'm about to beat the crap out of him. We know it's a work now. Thank goodness. He starts ramming into the ring post. He locks the figure 4 around the ring post, Bret Hart style. Haven't seen that since like 97, bro, when Bret used to do it. Well, that was when he did it the best. That WCW-ish was
Yeah,
but
no good.
It was never the same like Raw 97, bro, just beating down the leg. Speaking of Raw 97, Pro Wrestling Shoot has some great coverage of the Attitude Era in that time period. Definitely check out Jesse and James and the homies reviewing over there. Pro Wrestling Shoot, great podcast. After that, he gets the figure 4 locked in the ring. Danielson's able to get out of it, and he transitions into the label lock. Label lock is locked in. Jericho's trying to get out. That pec is torn or injured. I don't know what he did. He got kicked in the sides. He couldn't move or crawl anywhere. Nowhere to go but to Tap City, baby. Taps out. It's going to be Blackpool Combat Club meeting for the AEW Championship next week. Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley. Chat, tell me your rating for tonight's show. That was the end of the show tonight. Like BJ said, it was a very ho-hum show. Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down for you, Derek? If I could, I wish I could do like middle. This would be like my first, like, this is a thumbs in the middle show for me.
That would be mine too, but since we can't, thumbs up.
I'm gonna give it thumbs up if I have to lean one way.
Yeah, because it wasn't entirely bad. It wasn't bad to begin with.
I think we've only given one show the thumbs down, and it was that shitty like 3rd or 4th show they did.
Yes.
Where I think it was in Missouri or somewhere weird. I was like, yo, what was this tonight? It just sucked.
Yeah, that one was bad.
Let me see here. Jericho's injury looked like Cody's. Oh, don't say that. I hope not. Jericho probably tore his pec, lifted some Jim Beam. I think Jericho stopped drinking, I think that's how he lost the weight, he said. Regal like that dad having his children fight for his love. Yes, entertain me. Sunshine. I don't know why he yelled that to Danielson tonight. It popped me. I was like, what? When they showed the footage for Rampage, the Bucks were in the video. I noticed they edited some people out previously. Interesting. Sick. Now he's gonna make me sing adrenaline in my soul. Something, something, Cody Rhodes. Shout out to Dark Order. Bryan always has to be scaring fans when we're all worried if he got hurt. He knows what he's doing, bro. He's a legend for that. TK going to cancel AEW if Jericho's injured with all these suspensions, plus Triple H doing big changes. Listen, Triple H is on top right now. Everybody loves Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do something that pisses y'all off. It might not be in this year. It might not even be next year. But within the next couple of years, he's going to piss everybody off. And they're going to be like, man, I hate that guy. It's coming. But he's new kid on the block right now. Let him enjoy it, bro.
Exactly. Let him rock out. Let him do his thing.
I want to see what he does with the Rumble, Survivor Series.
Right.
Like, I hope he makes some big changes. I'm enjoying WWE more than I was before.
Right.
It's not perfect, but it's all right. Deanna says thumbs up. Thumbs up from Terrell. 5.5 from Cray. He ain't wrong. Thumbs up from Jesus. Thumbs up, but 7 out of 10. I'm going to be honest. This is my lowest rating yet. A 6.3 out of 10. That's very specific.
Right.
EPW gets a 10 out of 10. Nighthawk says 6 out of 10. I think Bryan winning it. Mox doesn't need a third title win. I kind of think I want Bryan to win it too.
Yeah. I wouldn't give it to Mox.
But what about MJF though? He's been feud like they've been teasing like him and Moxley though.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that wants to know the story behind why CM Punk is using Kenta's move without his blessing and why Punk blows Kenta off whenever Kenta addresses it? I don't know. For people who don't like CM Punk, they sure keep his name in their mouth a lot. Bobby Fish and Kenta. Bobby Fish looking like the land before time now and shit. Talking all that mess, bro. No offense. Yo, I'm going to say this, bro. Bobby Fish, nobody wants to see his ass if he ain't with Kyle O'Reilly. I'm just telling you the truth. If he came out on Monday Night Raw, bro, I wouldn't give a damn. I'm going to get some water. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm just telling the truth, bro. No Undisputed Era, no Undisputed Elite. I don't care. If he's not in the tag team, it don't matter. Kyle, I'll watch, but you know what I mean? Match of the night, Jesus says, was Swerve in Our Glory versus Lucha Bros. I wish I had 4 hands so I can give that show 4 thumbs down. No, I'm just playing. I give it a 5. It's competitive. It was very competitive. I'm not hating it. CM Punk owns the Bucks. Dynamite was all right. Thumbs up. I agree with Matthew Conrad and Derek. I have Daniel Bryan winning in New York City. Mox versus MJF doesn't need to be a title program. MFer still moves every day. Ha ha ha. Land before time. Correct. Didn't Kenta hurt Kendrick with that joint? Yeah. That's why they didn't let him use it for a while. But it's still his move, man. Yo, he started that running knee too, bro. That Danielson uses.
He did.
Damn, bro.
He did.
Like
You
yo, listen. Rob said it best. Y'all can clip this if you want to. I promise you. Quote to Jay-Z. He made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
Right.
I'm just letting you know. More people know them two for doing those moves than Kenta, sadly. I mean, we know because most of us in here are like, wrestling historians. We're really into it.
Right.
I'd rather see Bobby Fish on the Food Network frying fish. Oh. Bobby Fish like kicking out at 3. Yeah, I don't know why CM Punk's mad at me. How about you kicked out at 3.1? You know your ass is a tag team wrestler. You ain't supposed to kick out of no finishers. Cut that shit out, Bobby.
Right.
Cut it out. Bobby Fish looking like Owen Wilson with all that gray hair.
Oh, man.
Danielson gave Kenta his props, though. Maybe he did. I don't know. Bars, he said. I'm just letting you know, bro. Shout out to Rob for that. I can't take full credit for that. Rob brought that to my attention, but it's true. It's true.
It is true.
So listen, make sure you guys are tuning in on Mondays. Clash of the Podcast. Me and Sean Hubbard are talking WWE. We're getting into some more subjects. It seems like a lot of you guys like it. If you are free Mondays, 6 o'clock, head on over here to the Everything Pro Wrestling channel. Show us some love. We're kicking it. We're going to come up with some stuff to talk about on Monday. I usually put up everything on Sunday for us for a Saturday, Sunday. We start working on it. Me and Derek are going to be back next week for an AEW Dynamite review. Keep your eyes peeled if we get some really good news out of the AEW show or AEW games presentation from the TGS show. So if we get anything good out of that, maybe I can come on here and talk about it, give my thoughts, because I never even spoke about the Adam Cole and Kenny Omega footage. I spoke about it, but you guys didn't get to see it like in depth. So you guys take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Thank you for repping EPW. We will see you all next week so that we can discuss that wonderful AEW Grand Slam. Take care, everybody.